Rachel, how are you doing?
Oh, much better now that you're here. I have some coffee. Would you like some?
No, thanks, honey. I really can't stay very long.
Oh, well, thanks for going over to see Mom yesterday.
Well, I thought when I got no answer here that you were probably over there visiting.
I took Amanda to the park.
Yeah, Ada told me that.
Oh, it's amazing how quickly I was willing to believe that this whole thing was over with, that Tanner and Harry must die and everything was all finished.
Yeah, well, I had hoped so, too.
Looks like we were pretty naive, huh?
I don't think so.
Mom warned me about Mitch. She said he wouldn't give up these hunches he has. How did you find out he went to see Tanner?
Well, Tanner came to my office the other day. He told me that Mitch had asked for a meeting with him.
And then Mitch turns up at your office and asks to use the medical library at the hospital?
That's right, yeah.
I expressly asked Tanner not to discuss the book with anyone. I find it hard to believe that he gave Mitch any information.
Yeah, I know. It does sound strange. But unless, maybe Tanner's refusal to answer any of Mitch's questions is what made him curious.
No, I'm afraid I'm to blame for Mitch's curiosity.
How can you be to blame for that?
Mitch saw me talking with Tanner at the supper club the other night.
But did he overhear your conversation?
No, I don't think he could have. No, he couldn't have. Or why would he have asked Mom what was going on?
Well, then I wonder what it was exactly that made him so curious about the drug.
You really think it was the drug that made him want to do some research in the medical library?
Well, of course. What other reason could he have?
Well, it doesn't matter anyway now, does it?
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because you wouldn't let him use the medical library.
Oh, honey, come on. Now, look, if he really wanted to find out about Damtrex, I mean, he could look it up in the public library or the university library, anywhere.
You think he knows that?
I didn't volunteer the information, but if he's determined enough, he can certainly find out on his own.
Yeah, I bet he will.
What about Mac's meeting with Jamie and Tanner the other day? How did that go?
I really don't know. He just mentioned it last night at dinner, and then the subject got changed.
You didn't ask him any questions about it?
I didn't dare. But he didn't seem upset, so I don't think anything unusual came up.
Well, that's a relief anyway.
Yeah, some relief. Now all I have to worry about is Mitch.
Look, there is one thing for you to hang on to, Rachel.
What?
Well, let's say that Mitch does find out about the drug.
Then I'm dead.
No, not necessarily.
If he researches the drug, Russ, he's going to find out about the temporary sterility.
All right, fine, but he won't know just what that means in terms of himself.
I think that's hoping for too much.
Rachel? Hey, anybody home? Sweetheart! Darling! Ah, there's the prettiest flower in the garden. Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, early.
Yes. Do you mind? I decided to take the afternoon off.
Are you kidding? I don't care if you never go back to the complex.
3 days underfoot and you'd file for divorce, wouldn't you?
Don't say that.
Sweetheart, I'm only joking.
I don't like those kind of jokes.
You know I'll never let you go.
You promise?
Yes. I promised you when I married you. I still mean every word of it. Rachel, you don't ever have to worry about that.
I just guess I'm feeling insecure because you're going away on your trip so soon.
Well, why don't you go with me?
Well, I would if it weren't for Amanda.
We'll take Amanda. We'll take Vivian to take Amanda.
No, you'd never get any work done with us tagging along.
Yes, I would. Darling, you three could go sightseeing while I'm taking care of work. And think of the marvelous educational advantages this would give our daughter. And Vivian, too.
Well, Amanda's just a little young for education, Mac. And I don't think Vivian would appreciate our efforts to educate her.
She doesn't like to travel?
No, she's got her business to take care of.
Business? What business?
Are you ready for this? Vivian has bought chicks.
Do you mean chicks, as in baby chicks?
Yep. And she and Mickey...
Mickey? Mickey who?
Mickey, the new stable boy.
Oh, yes, that's right. Mickey.
She and Mickey are building a chicken coop right back at the stable.
She threatened that the other day, but of course I didn't take her seriously.
I think it's a big mistake not to take Vivian seriously.
Yes, I suppose so.
So she says we're going to make a fortune selling fresh eggs every morning.
We?
Yeah. Well, we get to share in the profits, you see, because it's our property.
You mean she has ambitions to become a tenant farmer now?
Well, yeah, that's the way she sees it. Oh.
Well, I guess I'm not going to talk anybody to go on my trip with me,
Well,
am
you
I?
just better hope that she doesn't turn this whole place into a chicken ranch while you're gone.
Okay, you keep a close eye on that girl.
Well, speaking of that, I think I better find out what they are up to. You want to come with me and find out what Vivian and Amanda are doing?
Know what I'd really like to do?
No, what?
I'd really like to take a walk along the bay, and I would really like to have you go with me.
Really? It's awfully hot out, and you've had a very busy week.
You know what kind of week I had? I had an absolutely terrific week.
Really?
Yes. This week I got a wonderful feeling of completely freeing myself from the past.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, Miranda Bishop. She deserves a lot of the credit because she got me out to that house where Janice and I spent so much time together.
You told me you'd never go out there.
Yeah, well, Miranda's a very persuasive woman.
So I gather.
Fortunately for me, because now I'm free of my phobia about it altogether.
I'm glad, Mac.
And also, you know my meeting with Donald Tanner? That proved to me that I'm free of my nightmare about that book, too.
You positive?
I'm positive. You see before you a very happy man. And you're the one that makes it all happen.
I'd give anything in the world and do anything in the world to keep you just the way you are now.
Usually people add, if they say something like that, short of murder.
Not me.
Kevin?
Sorry, I missed our breakfast. It can't be. It simply can't. Be found here, it would be a scandal. But in the morning.
In the morning.
Meet me for breakfast when you first wake up. Remember, breakfast. I don't want to be without you, even for a little while. In the morning. In the morning.
Kevin doesn't like to start off the day without one of his morning fights. I guess it makes surgery seem easier. Honey? Are you going to tell me, or do I have to pry that card from your hand? Iris? Hmm? Honey, you look as though this thing has really thrown you for a loop.
Yes, I'm afraid it has.
Iris, the card, what does it say?
Nothing much. There's no name.
No name.
No. But I think I know who sent the vase and the flower.
Yes? Well, are you going to tell me?
Someone I knew many, many years ago.
And look, Iris, honey, I mean, I don't want to seem nosy or anything, but I am. Who is he?
You wouldn't know him, I'm sure.
Does he live here in Houston?
Yes, well, in Texas, I think.
Try me. What's his name?
Alex.
Well, let's see now. There's only one Alex I know. Alex Wheeler.
That's him. That's his name, Alex Wheeler.
You're talking about the richest, the most powerful, the most mysterious man in Houston, honey. Oh, Iris, you do have some past, honey.
Yeah, hello, Rachel.
Hi, Russ.
Yeah, listen, are you alone right now?
Well, for the moment, Mac's outside with Amanda. He'll be coming in soon. What's the matter?
Is Mac going to see Tanner again before he leaves town?
Not that I know of. Why, what's wrong?
Rachel, I think that Tanner has figured out that Mac can't be the father of your baby.